Dr. Wrotten here in Wrotten. I graduated from the College of New Rochelle, I believe in 2009. And then I went straight into John Jay, and I did 2 years, 2011. Then I went to do my PhD at Walden University, and I just graduated in July.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm in the process of creating my own nonprofit organization, and it's called Next Step Living.
okay.
And so it deals with youth who have aged out of foster care
Wow.
and homeless youth.
Oh.
You know, I filed my 501c3, and so now I'm about to file the article of incorporation.
Okay.
And the purpose for this organization is to provide sustainable skills,
Oh,
Okay.
you know, to this population, not just skills.
Okay.
And sustainable skills meaning that if they move to California or wherever they move to, they can have these skills like construction.
Mhm.
You know, they would have these skills, and that's what we try to do. And not only that, we're looking to do there's three ways a person can earn their GED, their diploma. One is coming to college and getting 24 credits. The other one is the high school equivalency. Then it's another program which people don't know about at all, and it's called CASA, and it's the National Diploma Program, where you come to school and you have online. I mean, you can do it online, and then you have advisors too, and you can earn your diploma that way. And that's the program that I want in my organization. So I have contacted, you know, the state and, you know, to discuss how do I get this program within my organization. So that's why I am now. I contacted Department of Labor yesterday, and I want to know how can we partnership in terms of apprenticeship. And then she said, no, I can't do that. But what I could do is guide the participants to go online, fill out the application so they can apply for apprenticeship with the New York State Department of Labor. I said, oh, that's great, you know. So there are a lot of things that my program wants to do in terms of helping this population, 18 to 25.
It's needed.
You know, many
needed.
young people age out of foster care. They're not equipped to deal with society. You know, they're not equipped even to like have housing or different things like that. And not only my program also will provide like basic living skills. How do you pay bills?
Yeah.
You know, your daily living skills, right? And also financial literacy. Like
Very good.
How do we do this? So it's a lot of stuff
That's excellent.
that my program is going to offer. So I'm in the process of doing everything. I just started towards the end of last year, getting the paperwork done, you know, and so that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
And I'm one of my professors, you know, Malcolm Hunter. So he's helping me. He taught business here.
Okay.
So we reconnected again, and he's excellent.
Yeah.
And so he's working with me.
That's
You know,
awesome.
in this endeavor.
That's
You know,
awesome.
so that's where I am today. Stay in school, kids. No?
Yeah.
Tell them I see you.
Don't, Professor. Behave yourself.
No, that's being recorded. Don't say that.
Yeah, so he's excellent.
Yeah.
He's an excellent professor, really, you know, business wise, and you know, so I be having my meetings with him, and he's guiding me. You know, that's why be good students, because you never know when your professors will help you. You know, like, you know, it'll come back around and they'll help you do something like that. So I think I have a couple of professors that's like, oh, you need to do this. You know, I think one professor, Tara.
Ragbear?
I spoke with her, and I mean, she's like, you know, Mary, I sent your dissertation to Vernon Mason and different ones because you need to create a curriculum. It's a teachable thing, so that's what I'm saying. Be the best students you can be, because professors will come back and say, "Hey, we can help you." You know, and you know, because it makes them look good, and they're just happy that you were their student and they see the process.
This is Professor McAllister. What courses did you take with me in the past?
Took with you. Of course, Professor McAllister, right? He's on my page too. I took communication.
So the communication courses, right?
And film, stuff like
Let
that.
me see that.
Yeah, so I took that. So he was good too.
Excellent.
So all my professors are coming back and say, "Hey, we're going to help you."
Yeah.
You know,
Excellent.
and that's what you want to do. Have professors that say, "We're going to help you. Be good students, study, work hard because it will pay off in the long run.
Right.
So you do have a business plan. Now, this particular course is organizational communication. Students, what are some of the things you can ask her in terms of her structure, her nonprofit structure that we learned in class? Any ideas that you can ask her?
Where would your organization be located? Do you have a place where you selected for your location yet?
Well, the Bronx.
Okay.
It's going to be located in the Bronx. However, we will take participants from anywhere,
Okay.
as long as they have aged out of foster care
Okay.
and or if they're homeless,
Okay.
young adults, we'll take them.
So would you like to just be basically located in the Bronx, or are you trying to expand like
Well,
worldwide?
Okay, this is my vision. My vision is just not to
Your
be,
dream, yeah, I want to hear
my
your
vision
dream.
is not just to be in New York State.
Okay,
Okay, California has a bad problem with foster care, youth aging out.
Okay.
Florida also, and then you have Virginia, and so I would like to expand once I'm up and running.
So
business
she's doing her
running.
research, you know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to
Branch out.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
and go help other
Absolutely.
agencies or set up a program for them. Say, hey, this is what you can do. Like I also want to do internationally. It's
Nice.
because they're
That's
like
excellent.
China has
That's excellent.
China, Romanian, they have a bad problem with youth aging out. See, they just put them out, like here, get out,
Right.
and so that's a problem too. So it's just not limited to the states. It's all over.
Absolutely.
Globally. That's right. That's my vision.
Okay.
And to buy real estate and to buy this and buy that,
That's nice.
to help this particular population.
Excellent. I have one more question. How do you plan on building the people you work with? Your selection process of what type of people you want in your organization?
Yeah, roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I work now with the Board of Elections as a clerk.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I just took off today, but I worked. And so as a president, I was looking for potential employees among those who work there.
Okay.
And so I found some. I watched how they work there, and I started interviewing them, in my own little way and watching them. And so I spoke with them, and that's how I found those particular employees.
Okay.
That's how I found my board members.
Okay.
Each board member has an expertise area.
That's right.
Expertise.
Okay.
So everybody's on my board is not just on the board; they're on there because they have something that they can bring to the table to help make the program better, right? And even like the young man who created my website, he works with me at the board. And we did the website, and I have a treasurer. He will be my accountant. So everybody have experience in something.
That's good.
On the board. And then in terms of like staff, like once everything comes together and we do the staffing, there are people that I already know I'm going to hire.
Okay.
And they have expertise in social work or in banking and stuff like that. So I already know that already, and I'm just going to follow the process that everybody else is. The HR process of hiring people.
Oh, okay.
They decide to hire people first.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going for my communication, but when I hear people talk about they're going for their social and their psychology, it's the case fact that they have to work for, right? If I'm not mistaken. So college students who need, I guess it's a credit they need, would you allow them to volunteer?
Like an internship?
Yeah, like an
Yes,
internship?
yes. Okay.
Or volunteer, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would allow them to volunteer,
Okay.
to internship, so they can, learn,
Good question, Trey.
learn, to deal with people, because it's important to know how to deal with people, not just to
Right.
have that degree, but to really understand,
See that? The book says that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Relationships.
Yes.
like, to be able to really communicate and understand,
Yeah.
participants,
Yes.
or understand people in general,
Yes.
So yes,
It's
I would.
important.
Yes, it's important for that.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I'm not going for my psychology or my sociality, and I'm going for my communication, I still could just volunteer.
No, you will. You know what? I work for the Board of Elections, and I didn't understand the process. It's not just going to the poll. It's a whole process behind all of that.
Okay.
So
The function of
it's
it.
always Every opportunity is a learning opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you sweeping the street.
Right.
There's a learning
Learning.
opportunity there. So every opportunity that presents itself is a learning, and everybody should take advantage of that,
Right.
of every opportunity to learn, to gain knowledge. So I'm Dr. Houghton again, and this is my webpage, and so it's Next Step Living, empowering and educating, making an impact. We just don't want it to be in just like any organization. It has to be it has to change lives. So that's what we want. So you see, empowering and making an impact. How do you do this, you guys?
Okay, you trying to move, okay, next page? Okay, I guess it's not. Okay.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Scroll up. Can you scroll up or the arrow?
It's probably not. It's not enabled. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so use the mouse and see.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so this is our mission. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we exist to assist youth in aging out of foster care and homeless youth to develop sustainable skill. You see, that sustainable is important, not the skill, but sustainable skill.
Sustainable.
As well as provide the knowledge and tools they will need to become productive members of society.
Mm-hmm.
And how we're going to do this is by supplying our youth with opportunities, right? Say high school literacy with the program. I'm gonna change this here and put the program that I want. That's the
Okay.
program I'm going for. College prep, job development, apprenticeship program, which I'm talking about the Department of Labor, which I already spoke with them already. Financial literacy, so they can become strong members of the workforce. And they're also learning basic living skills, how to live healthy lifestyles, So this is what we are going to do. This is my shirt. This is my daughter. And this is Next Step Living, Empowering, and Educating. So, and we are definitely advertising that, support the cause. Buy a t-shirt, order a t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay, that's one. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Now, it's just talking about aging out of foster care. Yearly, across our nation, many youth age out of foster care at age 18. And so I actually did a study. I conducted a study, and it was predictors of incarceration for African American males aging out of foster care. Right? And so these are some of the outcomes, negative outcomes that they experience when they age out: homelessness, unemployment, low educational attainment, involvement in the criminal justice system, drug, prostitution, gang affiliation, lack of stable, loving relationship with an adult, and without developing sustainable skills, these young people, their future is uncertain, right? So, so then this is.
Let me try this. Hold on. It's still not working. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's just a gist of aging out of foster care. That all over this country, kids are aging out, and not only that, they also when they age out, there's also people there that's waiting, pimps, sex trafficking.
That's right.
To get those, say, hey, come, we will take care of you, and then they start doing human trafficking and sex trafficking.
That's right.
So
Give it the fake
because.
love.
Yeah.
I said the fake love.
Exploitation.
Right, because you know why? Because when I left foster care, I didn't have anything. So I got to survive. How do you survive? So a lot of times they get trapped into that world.
Right.
Right? Okay, and so here, I just tell you about people, they become homeless. So I just tell you the percentage, from my research, 30% of those who age out, and then of the youth experience being homeless within the first couple of months after aging out of foster care. Then 26 to 50% have unstable housing. And what I mean by that is unstable housing is they couch surf. They go from one house to another house, but still unstable housing. So I just gave you some statistics, and Rosenberg and Kim from a study. It's from a study, right? Let me see. So sorry. And then we talk about the criminal justice system. Youth involved in the criminal justice system, and again, we talk about previous studies. Was done. 50% of them get involved in the criminal justice system. And a study was done in California, at a correction center in California, over 80% of men who are incarcerated in California had experience in the foster care system. Yeah, that was a study that was done. And then we talk about, low educational graduation. Like if you have low educational attainment, it's hard for you to find a job. So again, from a study, this statistic is from the educational statistics and from 2014 and National Youth and Transitional Database, which is recently, because we are reading 8 to 19, so there's not really that old data. So you see, only 65% of the foster youth graduate from high school by age 21, compared to 86% of their peers.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we just, okay, and this probably just tell about my story, why I decided to do this.
Right.
Because I went through foster care, and I went through this, and I went through that, and so, I'm just, because I experienced that, I'm just giving back and say, hey, listen, we just need to help this population. Our experiences is not really for us, it's us to help somebody else, so remember that everything that you go through, it's a lesson, and it's not for you, it's for somebody you're going to meet. Go ahead.
Do you feel differently now about your circumstances? Now that you're on the other side of it, meaning what you went through, you're using it to help others, but how did those things change for you? You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I went back to live with my mother, actually. So
Okay.
I didn't age out of foster care.
Okay.
I was like, most people who age out of foster care, most young people who age out, they age out from group homes.
Right.
You see, because a lot of times when you live in a family, you don't really age out.
Right.
I mean, you leave them, but you don't really age out. But mostly I'm talking about those who are in group homes that age out. So, for me, I suffered a lot with low self-esteem and different things like that, like things that they would go through, like, oh, nobody wants me, nobody care, low self-esteem, and different things. But because I had God in my life, He sustained me. And see, for me, He really sustained me. And then He allowed people to come in to speak into me. And then once I started feeling good about who I am, I picked myself up and said, hey, God made me for something greater.
Yeah.
And then I just started let me get on board, go to school, get that education, and that's what I did.